If you want any chance of peace and happiness in this life, do not feel bad for men. Seriously, do not feel bad for men. Feel bad for yourself. Have empathy for yourself. Pour love into yourself. Put yourself first. Do what is best for you first, not him. Because I assure you, he will always put himself first. And he will not feel bad when it comes to doing what is best for him. He won't be feeling sorry for you. So don't feel sorry for him. Take on the man approach. Start thinking like a man. And then you will live in peace and happiness. You're welcome.
I want you to never pity a man. Never feel bad for a man. Because a man's supposed to be providing and protecting, right? And also, these men are not dumb. Some of them is slow, but they're not that slow. They're very calculating, right? So if you think he made a mistake, he planned it. If you think that he just, oops, I did it again. No, he meant to do it. Never pity a man. Make sure you are always looking out for yourself. Because he's always going to look out for himself, right? So, himself, whatever the word is. Anyways, never pity a man. It'll be the downfall of you, I promise.
Time and time again, feeling bad for a man will lead you to behaving like his mother. You don't want to act like his mother. Leave that to his mom. You want to act like his girl. You want to act like his woman, not his mother. Once you start feeling pity for a man, leave, baby girl.
You should look at men as guilty until proven innocent instead of the opposite. Let me explain. Women are hurt and off by men every single day, and it's because we always want to give men the benefit of the doubt. We want to believe that people are good, and we only believe that they're not good after they show us that. I think it's better to always look at them as, no, you're bad, unless you prove that you're good. And to prove that, he has to keep proving that. You don't just prove that once. Some people might think that it's hardcore or that it's unnecessary, but I don't. I think for safety reasons, women should have this mindset. Because every single day, women are the ones that are being hurt by us trying to always be nice and think people are good. We always give them the benefit of the doubt. How has that worked for us? It hasn't. So maybe we should try another approach. They don't get to have blind trust from you in any situation. It seems harsh, but it's not. Literally. This could save your life.
Have you ever asked God, why me? You are too kind, loyal, and you give 100%, and you keep getting men who lie, cheat, or use you. Today, we are going to be looking at the reasons why good women end up with bad men. You can be part of this conversation by dropping a comment. Without wasting a lot of time, let us go.
The actual number one best tip I have ever taken from the internet when it comes to relationships is being more self-absorbed and more self-focused. And I think a lot of women can relate to this. Like, as women, we have this like natural tendency to like make our whole lives and our whole state of like our mental state all about the person that we're with. Like, I'm constantly thinking about them, constantly daydreaming, constantly thinking, when am I going to see them next? Like, my whole world revolves around this other person, or did at least when I was younger. And as I'm getting older and understanding dynamics better, the number one tip for me has been turning the focus right back to me. If you want to learn how to do this, the best person to watch is Shira7. Someone will ask her like, well, what if my man's like going partying? What if my man doesn't like me anymore? I feel like the spark's fading. She's like, so do you still like him? Does he worry what you're doing? Like, everything should be about you. And no one's saying don't care about your partner. That's like not how this should be taken. But it's more like the focus shouldn't be so much about what they're doing, who they're seeing, who they're hanging out with. It should be what you're doing, who you're seeing. Like, the focus should just be about you and what you're doing. And this is especially true if you're one of those anxious girlies that is like constantly stressing about her man and like worried and maybe not as trusting. Like, focus on you. Like, be a little bit more superficial. Focus more on you. It takes a little bit of rewiring your brain to think this way, but once you do, trust me, it's the most peaceful thing on planet Earth.
A lot of y'all women are losing the plot, and I'm about to give you the secret. So stay tuned, listen up, take notes, okay? So in my family, the women in my family would break up with men and they would still be around the family. You know what I mean? I had 30 uncles. It wasn't until I became an adult that I realized we weren't even related at all. Those was just my auntie's old boyfriends from 2 boyfriends ago that would still come around the family just hoping and begging that she would take them back eventually. And do you want to know why? It's because I come from a long line of mean women. Y'all are being too nice to men, okay? You need to turn up the meanness that you have in your body. And I'm not saying to the right man, you know, the man that does the things for you, but you just have to be strict to run a strict ship. You know what I mean? You can't let them get away with anything. You have to be a little bit mean to them. They eat it up. They eat it up. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. You think that you're going to buy him the world, he going to love you. That's never going to happen. He's going to run into a girl that says, I hate your outfit. And he's going to love it. He's going to eat it up. Stop being nice to men. Stop being nice to men. Love you. Or do I?
Let me tell y'all something. Once you start feeling sorry for a man, you've already lost the war. You've already lost. Because amongst all the things I've learned about men in my life, one of the biggest things men have taught me is they don't give a fuck about the things that they do to you and how that affects your life and how that affects your mental health. They don't care. So I have that same energy for men. The same way y'all don't care about what happens to women, I don't give a fuck about what happens to you. And I'm telling you, when more women start thinking that way, life gonna run a lot easier for you. Because men have no remorse for the things that they do to women. They will literally destroy your life and walk out as if you didn't even exist. And then move on to the next woman and do the same shit. So when I hear bad things happening to a man, I gives not a single fuck. It's funny to me. I laugh. Yeah. So stop feeling sorry for men. They don't deserve your pity. Because they're never sorry about the fucking things they do to you.
I don't understand when girls say, oh, but I don't want to hurt his feelings. He would hurt your feelings. A man will never hesitate to hurt your feelings. A man will never hesitate to pick himself. Even if he's with you, he's treating you well, he wants to be with you, he's picking himself. You're just receiving the benefit of that. He wants to keep you in his life, which is why he's treating you well. He's choosing himself. He's not doing it for you, babe. The minute they don't want you, they don't want anything from you, watch how quickly they change. Watch how quickly they will change the way they talk to you, the effort they make with you. A lot of us girls are very emotional. We are taught to care for other people's feelings, take care of other people, think of other people. Don't put yourself first. Don't be selfish. And because of what we go through and how we're brought up and the social conditioning, we want to treat other people well. We feel bad hurting somebody. We have a lot of empathy and sympathy for other people. And we think that men will treat us in the same way. We think they may have the same empathy towards us. A lot of you need to learn to be more ruthless and choose yourself. Stop hesitating. Speak your truth. Don't keep yourself small just to make other people comfortable. Don't base your decisions upon whether it will hurt his feelings or not. He would not hesitate to hurt your feelings. I don't care if he's a nice guy. He's being nice to you. He's being good to you because it suits him. Because it serves his agenda, because he's trying to manipulate you, he wants something from you. And you don't have to be an arsehole. You can actually be very kind, carry yourself with respect and integrity, and still always choose yourself. Still prioritize your own feelings. Because who's going to prioritize you? Who's going to take care of you if you don't? You're the one that has to look out for yourself. So when you're unhappy or things don't work out for you, you can't blame other people. You can't be like, I did so much for this person, I did all this, and look how they treated me. Stop being a victim. You have a choice. You are literally choosing this.
Do not pity a man. The moment you feel pity or notice it creeping in, pause. Chances are he has said or done something that triggered that reaction in you. But remember, pity is a motherly emotion. It's not a romantic one. When you start to pity a man, you unconsciously shift roles from being his partner to being his mother. And now, no matter how well-intentioned it feels, this dynamic will slowly erode your romantic connection. It may feel like you're being kind or supportive, but over time, it creates imbalance and resentment. So instead of pitying him, support him, encourage him, respect him, but do not take the emotional burden of saving him. If you constantly find yourself feeling pity, it may be a sign that he has unconsciously taken on a childlike role in the relationship, one where he avoids responsibility or emotional maturity. In that case, it's worth gently suggesting therapy or self-work, because a healthy adult relationship requires two grown-ups and not a parent and a child.
There is nothing a man could say to me to make me feel bad for him. Here's why I never want to hear you say you're feeling sorry for a man. Cut that trash immediately. Men operate on a 24-hour cycle. Women, on the other hand, operate on a 28-day cycle. Let me explain. Every 24 hours, so as soon as they wake up from sleeping, that man is factory reset, like new. For women, we operate on a 28-day cycle. So it takes us 28 days what takes them 24. One friggin' day, y'all. We go through hormone changes. Our uterus basically battles its way out of our body. I mean, so on and so forth. While men have none of those things, okay? They go to bed and they wake up brand spanking new every single day. So for you, a menstruating baddie to feel bad for a man is wild behavior. We are literally fighting demons, both in our uterus and in our mind and our hormone cycles, for 28 days. 28 days of fighting for my life. 28 days of eating like a linebacker. I mean, hello. Next time you feel bad for a man, come back to this video, okay? There is zero reason you should feel bad for him. I don't care what he's got going on. We live in a patriarchal society where they wake up every single day like freaking robots, brand new. There is absolutely no way, not here, not in 2026, that I should hear you saying you feel sorry for a man. No, thank you.
The very first one is you ignore the red flags because you are lonely. The fear of being lonely makes you to negotiate the disrespect from that very person. And then the second one is low boundaries. You have low boundaries. You are not strict with your life. Anyone can change you. They can do whatever they feel like they want. They can change your opinions, your style, and then you are too forgiving and patient with people. And then another one is you are a fixer. You think you can fix everyone. You can change them from being the bad boys to being good people. Some people are not changeable. Those men often they change. Actually, those men, they use that advantage that you're good, you are loyal, you are caring, you are patient and forgiving. They use that to manipulate you. And another thing is that the good women tend to see the good guys as boring, so they fall for these bad guys who are charming. When the words that they tell you, they always make you feel like you're getting butterflies, hence you end up falling into the trap. That's all I had for you. Let us continue watching other videos. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
What a lot of women don't realize is your biggest downfall will come from trusting a man or feeling sorry for a man. Oh, but I feel bad for him. Oh, I don't want to hurt his feelings. He would hurt your feelings. A man will never hesitate to choose himself. Even him being with you, treating you well, is him choosing himself. You are just receiving the benefit of that. If he's treating you well, taking you out, all of that, it's because he gets to have you in his life. It benefits him. It makes him happy. Because look how quick these men switch up when they decide they don't want you anymore. They will always choose themselves. They will always put their own needs first. And you need to learn from that and adopt the same behavior and put yourself first. Speak your truth. Ask for what you want. Or if you don't want to be with him anymore, let him know. Stop giving people endless chances. Stop feeling bad for them. They behave how they want. Then when they apologize and they're all like, oh, I miss you and all of this, you feel sorry for them. When they are just manipulating you, they're just saying what they need to say to get what they want from you. You can't be like, oh, I want to have more confidence, I want things to be better in my life. But when it comes to you choosing yourself and prioritizing your needs and what you want, you don't. You start worrying about how other people feel. You prioritize their feelings instead of your own. And I'm not saying you have to be horrible about it. Your delivery can be kind and you can consider people's feelings, but you will prioritize your own. So prioritize your peace and never hesitate to pick yourself.
Listen, I say this with so much love, but feeling sorry for a man will be the beginning of your downfall as a woman. A grown, able-bodied man living in a world built for men who somehow can't figure out how to succeed at the same caliber as you, living in a world that was not built for you. Supporting and encouraging someone is different than feeling sorry for them, because support and encouragement comes from an abundant place, and silently holding a vision of them in your head, of them abundant and happy, is the best thing you can do for them. When you feel sorry for anyone in your life, You just pitying them and you seeing them in a bad light is actually manifesting them into a worse state. The vision you hold in your head is the strongest thing you have as a divine feminine woman. You have the power to instantaneously manifest with your expectations and with the assumptions you make in your mind. So if you manifest and assume good things are going to happen. If you manifest and assume shitty things because that's what you've seen, then shitty things are going to keep happening. We make this mistake of letting the 3D train us into what to assume, and then we further perpetuate that into our future over and over again. So, I say all of this to say, if you cannot hold a vision for a man of him being happy and prosperous and abundant, then you are not helpful in his life, and that man's not helpful to you. And the second you start feeling sorry for him is the second your money starts going down, your stress starts going up, your self-confidence lowers. Feeling sorry for a man never does anything but hinder both of you.
There is nothing worse than pity dating. In my humble opinion, once you begin to feel bad for a man or pity a man, you have to leave him because it's all downhill from there. When you are in a relationship where you feel bad for a person, you are willing to sacrifice a lot of yourself so that you don't add to their torment. For example, if you feel bad for a broke man, you're going to start to discount yourself. You're going to be like, you know what? Okay, maybe I actually don't like going out that often. Okay, you know, maybe I don't actually like trips. Okay, maybe I don't actually like flowers. Okay, maybe I don't actually... You're going to start discounting yourself because you're like, you know, I know you're not here or this, whatever. So I'm going to be this so that, you know, it can work. But the opposite actually happens and he begins to resent you. Well, if I'm a high value man, how can my woman be like this? And why would she let me slide with this? And she'd hold me to this standard. You never win pitying a man because when you feeling sorry for him, he do not feel sorry for you. Not a fuck thing. He does not feel sorry for you. In actuality, he pities you.
Not feeling sorry for men is the best lesson to ever learn. Yes, ma'am. You never feel sorry for a grown, able-bodied man, especially when I tell y'all don't play fair in an unfair world. You live in a patriarchal society where you don't even have rights over your own body. Why should you even care about feeling sorry for any type of man? Okay, the world was built in their favor, and they still can't make it in this world. Okay, how are you running circles around them, and the world was built for them? That's my question. How are y'all running circles around men, and the men can't even get their stuff together, and the world is patriarchal, built for them? That don't make no sense. So why would you feel sorry for someone who the world is created for to thrive? It doesn't make sense now, does it? So we can't feel sorry for them. They have the stamina, the muscle mass, the logic in order to go and get this money, and they still got excuses. Okay, they don't have to bleed every month. They don't have to give birth. There is zero excuses. I don't feel sorry for any of them.
I don't think that people realize how often they open the door to their own enemies through pity. You should never enter any relationship, whether it be platonic or romantic, it does not matter, because you pity that individual. Pity can be blinding. Pity can be blinding. It can cause you to ignore the very things that you should look at, view, analyze, whatever, and walk away from. It'll cause you to dismiss them. Because in your head, you're telling yourself that, oh, well, I understand that they don't have anybody. I know what that feels like. Oh, well, I understand that they have been through a heartbreak, or I understand that people have left them. So therefore, you begin to dismiss the disrespect out of pity. Does that make sense? And then later on down the line, you will soon see why those people who were once in their life is no longer in their lives now. Those people chose to walk away because they knew what they were dealing with. People are often the weapon formed against themselves. So when you see some of these people, I'm not saying now that that's the case for everybody. We're not saying that. But when you see some of these people, please understand that some of these people are in the circumstances that they are in by their own hands, because of their own actions. So now they're facing the consequences. So the moment you decide to pity them, and decide to include them out of pity, you will soon realize why these people are no longer with them. Does that make sense? I hope so.